Hello, and a little bit of a different video today. Not a video that I wanted to make. I have spent the last few days trying desperately to be the bigger person, but when somebody puts a video up and they portray you in a certain way, I don't blame people for hearing one side of a story and making a judgment. I don't. We all do it. I'm not perfect, despite what other people may say. I am not holier than thou or anything of that. You know, it is what we do as people. But I just kind of feel like there are three sides to a story. There is their side, there is my side, and in the middle, there's probably the truth. So I'm not going to put this video up and say that this is from my point of view. This is how I felt about the situation, and I just want to clear some things up because there were things said that weren't true. They really weren't true. Now listen, I am going to be coming with my messages and emails, because what I don't want is, I'm not going to have someone say that I send vile messages when I don't. I am coming at this from the perspective of saving my YouTube channel. I have lost subscribers because of this, and that's okay. I don't expect everyone to like me. So has the other person. So I am coming at this. What I'm going to do is I am going to play the video in question. And she says, and it goes off, I'm going to play the video and I am going to give you a rundown as we're going on what happened. Okay, I'm just going to give the additional information. I will always hold my hands up if I have done something wrong, always. Okay, I don't put on a persona for the camera. I'm a tiny channel, and you know what, they're an even tinier channel. There is no there is no, you know, playing up to the camera. I leave mistakes in, I do all of those things, but I'm not going to sit back and allow somebody to manipulate, you know, the situation. So please forgive me if this is not your sort of video. Please do not watch it. You know, I've got to stand up for myself. So that's what I'm going to do. And at the end of this video, I'm done. Okay, done. So I just want to get that out there. Okay, grab yourself a drink, maybe a snack. Could get hungry, and let's do this. Before we go any further, please excuse the fan. It is absolutely freezing in here. Let me turn that down. Actually, we still haven't got this fully done, and it ain't gonna happen today because Ashley went out last night. So let's just get into this. So I will be stopping and starting the video as we go, and let's see where this goes.
Hi guys, it's me, Penny. Calb Sparkles. Shit, literally shit picture. Don't care. As you can tell, not in a good mood. I'm fuming. I'm disappointed. I'm upset.
I'm tidying up
because
while I'm
of
sitting
a vile human being. Now,
that's your opinion.
I think I should start right at the beginning for this.
Okay, you do that.
So that all you people out there that listen to the woe is me, I'm so upset.
At no point have I ever done a video on YouTube going, woe is me, I'm so upset. So let's get that out there straight away. What happened was, at the time, after I heard my name being besmirched on TikTok, I put up a post and I said, I'm no longer associated with Calb Sparkles. I wish Penny all the best. on my Facebook group, which is a private group, and at the time had probably 36 members in it. That's it. I then did a live and I was catching up with my subscribers, and somebody asked me the question, what happened? That was one live. There was no secret lives. Okay, let's get that out there.
Penny's treated me badly. Yeah, we're talking about Sam, kitten up kitten. Let's get that out there at the beginning, because I've kept my mouth shut. I've kept my mouth shut since January.
That's fine. That's okay.
January. I've not said anything. I've put up with the shit. I've put up with the disgusting email, the messages.
There is no disgusting email or messages. I will be reading you in full my email and my messages. I will not be showing hers or anything like that, but I will give you mine. You can make your own mind up.
Everything, the innuendos, and I've kept my mouth.
Isn't innuendo a sexual thing? Pretty sure it is.
Shut. I've been quiet. I've not brought it to YouTube. I've not brought it to
Until
Facebook.
Until now.
I've not held lives discussing what is going on.
Haven't done that either. There was the one live right back at the beginning when we first fell out in January. One live, and it wasn't secret. You just weren't part of the group. That's all.
That'll be her. That'll be Sam.
Okay.
Now, right at the beginning, New Year's Eve, I believe, or it might have been New Year's Day, I did a video and I said, I was pulling back from friends that had said, don't worry, Pen, you're not on your own through this. And through this, I mean my cancer. You're not on your own, you got this, we're there for you. And then all over Christmas, all over New Year's, I heard nothing.
Okay, so just going to interject. As most of you will know, I do an event in May and November, and traditionally I have always pulled back from social media in December somewhat because I like a rest. It's hard work doing an event for a whole month, but I also need to say I had an awful lot going on last year. Some of which I've said in videos, but some stuff I haven't. And there's even stuff that went on that Penny doesn't even know because she never asked. And to this day, she never asked. But anyway, continue.
So I decided, rather than me getting hurt by it, I was stepping back.
So, in the lead up, my son came back to stay with us in October after his relationship broke down. He was in a very, very poor condition. He is my oldest son. He's now 37. He is very, very special. And I don't even need to do this, okay? I don't even need to justify this, but I will for the camera. My son, my children come before anyone. My children come before Ashley. He knows that. My children come before anybody, okay? And we had an incredibly difficult Christmas. And yes, I didn't contact Penny as much as I should have done. But there were two reasons for that. This pulling back started before January. And it's a case of I would ring her and she would be it'd be really difficult, and I can only say from my point of view, I would ring her and I would get very short, terse answers. So it'd be like, hi, how you doing? Still alive? And it just made it so hard. And with everything going on here, of course, she is going through the worst thing. I would not wish that on anybody. And I'm not detracting from that at all. It's awful. Okay? Awful. But what I didn't want to do was ring her and have to deal with this frostiness over the phone. I wouldn't phone her for 3 or 4 days. She never once tried to phone me. She never once contacted me and said, are you okay? Is everything all right? And then just before Christmas, I'd said that I was pulling back because I always do in December, and Penny put a video up And she put a video up in December saying, thank you to everyone for your messages and your emails and for contacting me and da-da-da. So I thought, do you know what, that's good. I knew she'd got support from another person, another subscriber, another friend. And I was really pleased about that because I wasn't able to give her as much as I maybe should have done. So let's just get that there.
Not just one friend, there was a few people. I was stepping back. Because all that happens is I got hurt. I felt let down. I felt alone. I felt like I was going through it on my own. Then I get a phone call after that video went on, apologising, saying I know that I'm one of them people.
Which I did.
So don't worry about it. I was very...
Okay. Don't worry about it. I was very calm. That is not true. She was very, very frosty on the phone. But she did keep saying, don't worry about it.
Be calm on the phone. Don't worry about it. I'm not saying I'm not friends with people, but I just have to protect myself.
And that's fine. I have no issue with that.
I have to protect myself from being upset because I'm fighting the biggest fight of my life.
Agreed.
Even then, when I didn't know how bad it was.
Agreed.
I was fighting on my own with the disappointment that friends let you down. That friends aren't there for you.
I'm just going to stop this because I hate to hear her emotional. That is sincere, okay? I won't wish this on anybody. I love Penny. I loved her to pieces. Absolutely loved her to pieces. So please don't think that I am sitting here. I'm not going to get emotional because if I start to get emotional, I'm just going to stop the video and I'll carry on when I'm not, okay? Because I've got to approach this with a constructive head. So, of course, I hate hearing her like this. I really do.
So I decided to protect myself. So I was pulling back. I didn't say anything disgusting. Nobody had to be there for me. Not one person on this earth. But I decided because I couldn't handle any more. I was absolutely petrified of having my surgery. I was petrified of what the outcome of that was going to be.
As anyone would be.
And I did it on my own.
And that's awful. And I apologise for that. You will hear that in the email when I read you the email out.
Because the friends who said that they would be there for me weren't there. No, nobody had to be there.
Right, so can you see the contradiction? She says, nobody had to be there for me. And then she says, but I felt let down because people weren't there for me. What am I supposed to do with that? And this was what the conversation was on the telephone. Penny was saying, I've pulled back because I can't deal with being hurt, blah, blah, blah. And I said to her in that phone call, what do you need from me? What can I do? Because I didn't want her to be upset. I didn't want her to think that I didn't like her. Of course I did. But I also didn't want to bring in all of my shit to her as well. I'm just saying it's very difficult to navigate when you've got someone going, nobody has to be there for me, but you let me down because you weren't there for me. Which one is it? Which one?
I wasn't asking. I would have appreciated it, but I wasn't asking.
So how am I supposed to know? Okay? How's anybody, not even just me, if you are so stubborn that you cannot turn around to someone and say, I really need your help, I'm struggling, we're going to assume that you're okay and you're coping because we don't know any different. I'm not psychic. How am I supposed to know? And that's what I asked in the phone call. Tell me what you need.
This is people that said they'll be there.
And I would.
Anyway, a long conversation was had.
We did.
And I was asked, what do I need from people? I said, nothing. I just need people to... I'm still Penny. I'm not cancer. I'm Penny. I'm still me. Still a human.
Absolutely.
The cancer's inside me. It doesn't change who I am. Now, this is someone that every time they did a video, oh, my bestie Penny did the...
Can I just point out, because this little bit here it's just being vindictive, really. Penny also called me her bestie. So it wasn't a one-way street. You can go back. Those of you that did the lives know that that's exactly what we were like. I adore Penny and I adored our friendship. So let's just get that out there. Let's not sit there and say, oh, well, I wasn't your friend as much as you were mine.
It's my bestie Penny did that. That was her saying that, not me. Go back, look at the videos.
Absolutely, go back and look at the videos.
You all knew it. We used to do lives together. We met up in person. This isn't just you two YouTubers that had phone call now and again.
No.
We met up in person. She came to my house. I went to her house. We boosted each other. We shared each other's products from the shops.
We did.
We helped each other. And I said, I just want to be treated like me. You know, send me a funny video to make me smile.
That's okay, I can do that.
You know, silly little things. I'm not the person. I will not ask you to help. I will not ask for people's help. I get on and do it. I get it. I get things done. I do it.
Right. I offered, in the course of this preamble up to this point, I offered to go over and to do housework for Penny. I offered to take her if she needed to go to the hospital. So I did offer stuff. However, she always rebuked it. I don't want somebody cleaning up for me. So it's like, okay, that's fine. Some people are like that. It's fine. I'm not judging. I may judge a bit later on, but right now I'm not judging. So I did offer, but if I don't know what you need from me, you know, I have anxiety. I have social anxiety. So I will not turn up at somebody's house unannounced and go, I'm here to do this, because I physically can't. I can't, because the fear in me for anyone is that they'll turn around and go, oh no, I don't want you here. And I'd be embarrassed, and I don't like that. I don't like being embarrassed.
Don't ask, oh, can you do this for me? No, that's not me. I do it. So I carried on doing it.
And that's fine. That's fine. If you're like that, that's absolutely fine. But you can't then berate people because they didn't do anything. Do you see what I mean? You can't say, I don't need anything, and then go, oh, well, you're awful because you didn't do anything. I'm just saying.
Call ended. I ended it because my daughter continuously was phoning me.
Yep.
So I ended and I said, I'll phone you back. And she said, don't bother.
I did. And I said, don't bother, because in the preceding months, not weeks, not days, but the preceding months, for most of last year, I would think, it probably, not last year, the year before, I'm confused. Anyway, it was a regular thing that I said to Ashley. I'd be on a phone call with her, and then suddenly she'd go, oh, I'll call you back, and cut me off. And I'd sit and wait, because that's the sort of person I am. I'd sit there and wait for her to call me back, and then she wouldn't call me back. And most of the time I would then call her later. But when you're having a discussion with someone and it's this important, you're talking about a friendship here. For them to say, I'll call you back, I was cross too. We're all allowed to be cross and upset and hurt. So I did say that, and I was cross. But you've just sat there saying, I'm not pulling back from being your friend. I'm not going to stop doing this. So, yeah, I was a bit cross because I knew she wouldn't. She didn't.
Now, I know I've got this bad habit of saying,
yep,
I'll phone you back, and then I forget. I know I do it.
And that's fine.
It's something that I do. Is it a good thing? No. Is it a bad thing? It's not major, is it?
It's not major unless it's on the other foot. Okay, if I did that to you, you would be on this video spouting about how I didn't phone you back. So, and that's a common occurrence in this whole video. I just need to put that out there.
It's literally, it's just something that I do it to everybody. She said don't bother, I didn't. She then sent me an email, once again, defending why I never once said I wasn't going to be friends. I just said I was pulling back because I was getting hurt.
So I'm going to read you that email because I have it saved, because Penny isn't the only person who saves everything. So here is the email that I sent her. I actually sent her a letter. So it says, "Dear Penny, I felt it would be easier to do this writing rather than over the phone. I did hear what you're saying. I'm glad you were honest on the call. I know you were upset with me, and yes, in hindsight, I should have tried harder. Interjection, maybe I should have done. I do feel bad for that, and I have apologised numerous times. So I'm just interjecting that, yes, I did say that." So back to the letter. "However, I wasn't trying to turn anything back on you. I get that others may also have not been there either, but my apology was an honest one. Of course you feel hurt. I don't want you to feel that because of me. It hurts me too. The last few weeks of last year were incredibly difficult. I was juggling a lot and I struggled to fit everything in. I'm trying to keep everyone else happy, and I have so many people just putting out negative vibes." Now, I know this comes up later in a bit in this video. I am very big on positive and negative vibes, and I'm a big believer that what you put out comes back to you. So I don't like to be surrounded by people who feel negatively, because what happened, and this was my son was so down, it infected the whole household, and we tried so hard to make everything feel better, but when you're surrounded with that, it drags you down. It does. So that was part of the reason I didn't want to drag her down anymore either, because she would have listened. She was my friend, but I didn't want to do that. So back to the letter. I couldn't fight through it all. It totally drained me. So unfortunately, I just wasn't able to give you as much. I'm sorry. I used to love our convos in the car, but with no school run or Bluetooth, that's just not possible. I can't hear well if I put it on loudspeaker. You know how dodgy my hearing is, and this is true. Okay, my hearing is rubbish. The last couple of days before Christmas, I was unwell again. Plus Jay's constant crying and trying to get our heads around that. My son hadn't just lost his partner, he also lost 4 stepchildren. We lost 4 step-grandchildren, okay? And we have a 4-year-old. Where are my friends? Where are my friends? It was incredibly hard. The unwellness. A lot of that was my mental health, but I also had a medical scare. I'm not going to go into detail other than that because I don't need to. But I was going through my own thing. And the reason I'm not going to go into it is because there are some things that I don't want to share. Okay, that's okay. I'm allowed to do that. Incidentally, something that Penny doesn't know about because she never asked. Just saying. Christmas was awful, which it was. It was awful. We haven't been able to see the kids, and Lila was so upset. I'm afraid by the end of that week, I couldn't take any more. I wish she would called me because she didn't. Let's just put this out here. Penny didn't call me either. All right, so it's not one-sided. I didn't call her, but she didn't call me. Okay, so faults on both sides. I felt in the last week or so that I couldn't call you. You had enough on your plate, so me adding to it would not have been helpful. I am always going to be here for you. I'm not going to insist or insert myself into anyone's life, including yours. I am here and willing to help. If you need me, all it takes is a call or a message. It's in your hands. True friends, real friends, will never turn you away. And you have been an amazing friend. I can't make you see or hear anything until you're ready to accept it. I love you and I care, even if you don't. With love to you and Anna Lee. That was the email. Okay, so there we go.
And I could not handle anything else. That's what my words were. So her all woe is me and holding secret little lives in her Facebook group.
No secret little lives in the Facebook group. It wasn't secret. It was a private group. I did a live. End of.
That I wasn't privy to. She was mistaken because so many people came and told me what had said and what had been said.
Same.
There was no me
They still do.
her. There was no me saying I don't want to be friends. There was no me saying you're a shit friend.
I didn't say you did.
Of that.
What I actually said in the live, for those of you that saw it, was that Penny had felt that I hadn't been there for her. It's a valid reason. It's a valid conversation. And I specifically said in that live that I did not want anyone putting that on Penny. She's going through enough. She already struggles with her mental health. I wasn't dissing her. I just decided that, you know, I wasn't going to do it.
It was me saying, I do not expect anybody to be there for me, and I'm getting hurt because people are saying they're going to be and then they're not.
So how are people supposed to be there when you won't tell them what you need?
That's what I said. So that's the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay? She sent that email, and the whole email was literally her telling me, let me know if you need anything.
Wasn't though, was it? You've just heard the email.
Did you not just listen on that whole conversation we just had on the phone? We had a whole conversation. I'm not going to. I've told you what I need people to be my friend. That's it. To not make empty promises. To not say we'll be there when you're not going to be. Now I get it's uncomfortable for people.
Right. So let's just clarify this. In the conversation that we had, I literally said to her, you know that me and Ashley have had a difficult year. I'm trying to deal with that. I'm trying to help my son, who at this point was as low as you possibly can get. I'm trying to provide my other children and my grandchild with a nice Christmas despite all of that. It was exhausting, and on top of that, I had my own health issue. Not only was I unwell because I had like flu or something, but I also had another issue, okay? So I had a lot. So I did explain that, and I did say that, and Penny's response is always, but I've got cancer. I know you have. That doesn't lessen the fact that my child is in pain. I'm sorry. You're not going to come before my children or before my husband and before my marriage. It's not happening. Sorry.
People don't know what to say. Then don't say anything.
And I don't know what to say because I've never had to deal with it. Now, I need to point in here that my mother-in-law passed away from terminal cancer. My father had cancer and had to have radiotherapy. So I know what it's like to be in the family with someone, but I've never personally had cancer.
Don't say anything to me. Don't say you'll be there if you can't be there. Don't.
Well, sometimes we don't know.
Talk to me like it was before I had cancer. That's all it was. That was what the conversation was. But she made it into such a big deal with this email.
Did I?
It just made everything worse because I'm then thinking, well, what the hell conversation did I just have? Because I didn't have the conversation. She obviously didn't hear a fucking word that I'd said to her. I never said I didn't like her. I didn't say I wasn't her friend. I was still her friend. But she has to let me do what I need to do to survive this. Not just physically, but mentally.
So I did. I gave her space.
And I chose to just leave it.
And that's fine. That's your choice.
Weeks later, I'm hearing all the innuendos.
Okay. So number one, again, this innuendo word. Okay. So I decided to give Penny her space. Okay, so I thought, right, I'm not going to message her. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to say anything. And I carried on. I carried on promoting her shop. I carried on promoting her channel. I still spoke about her. I did all of that. But over the course of the next few weeks, she then stopped using my stuff. Now, I know how Penny works, okay? Penny's very much a, I will scratch your back if you scratch mine person. When I do something, I don't expect anything back for it. That's just what you do. And my biggest point in this to any of you that have been with me since the beginning, I helped Penny build her channel. Full stop. For nothing, for no reason other than she deserved to have a space. She deserved to have a channel if she wanted, and people were horrible to her. So I promoted her. I helped her build that. So let's just remember that, okay? So I started to pull back from using Penny stuff weeks after, when she hadn't contacted me at all, okay? At all. Now, incidentally, in this time, I had still sent her a message before she went down for surgery. I had still sent a message after she came back out, and another one. I think there was 3. She said that in the video. Absolutely true. But I didn't contact her in any other time. I still watched her videos. I still liked her videos. I still, you know, nothing changed until she started, because that's what she does. She will turn around and go, I'm not using your stuff. I'm not promoting you. It's not helping me. So I didn't.
On the YouTube, I'm hearing her doing everything. I'm hearing her just saying stuff that you know is aimed at me, and I ignored it. I did. Okay.
She was doing the same. All right? Both ways. Both as bad as each other. Very, very petty. I'm human. I'm allowed to be petty. Do you know what I mean? Because I know what she does. And believe me, I know that she will have been watching. She wouldn't have been watching my videos. She would have been doing the transcript. Because if she runs through the transcript, she can pinpoint where I said stuff. So maybe I did. I am sorry for that. I shouldn't have done that. I will in future make all of my insinuations, because I think there's insinuations, not innuendos. That word does not sit well with me.
Ignore it. I listened to it and it hurt and it pissed me off, and I got angry sometimes.
Same.
I got upset sometimes.
Same.
Because that friendship, that we were besties, just proved it meant nothing.
Rubbish.
It meant absolutely nothing. So yes, she messaged me when I was due to go for surgery. Yes, she messaged me after surgery. I think there was about 3 messages. Yep. And I chose to ignore it.
She chose to ignore it. And I understand that she says I'd just come out of surgery, and that would be a valid point. But she answered other people. She answered, you know, if she was that unwell, she answered other people's messages and stuff. She chose to ignore mine. What does that tell me? That tells me that she's not my friend either. Because I was genuinely worried. I was.
Because guess what? I just had major surgery and had half my lung out, and Sam was the least of my concerns at that point.
But you could message other people.
I could just about breathe.
Can I just come into this just about breathe thing? I just want to point out that through this video, which is over an hour long, she doesn't struggle to breathe once. Until at the end. Just saying.
You know, and then you're giving updates on my health.
Right, so let's do this one, because this is a big one for her. I did not do an update on her health. Anna Lee had put a post on YouTube to say, Mum's surgery went well, doctors are really pleased with the progress, blah, blah, blah. I literally said in the video, I haven't spoken to Penny, but I have seen that she's home, da, 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 da. So maybe I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have done anything. I apologise. I literally said on the video, please go over and give us some love. Okay? It wasn't done out of malice, but okay.
Oh yeah, she's recovering well at home. You don't know how I'm recovering.
No, I didn't.
You didn't know that I was back in hospital
No.
for a collapsed lung. You knew nothing.
I didn't.
You had no right to that. So yes, on that occasion I did clap back.
That's fine.
And yes, I have spoken to her about that, and she insists, oh no, it's what was put up out there anyway.
Please go to Penny's channel and have a look at her posts. I think it is the second post where it literally says, hi, it's Anna Lee, blah, blah, blah. It's there for you all to see.
I don't care if the Queen herself put it up there. You got
Well, you're not the Queen, are you? That's the thing.
no right to give an update on
Fine.
anything to do with me.
Okay, that's fine.
You had no right. So I did say on a video that the only person to give updates on my health is me or my family.
Absolutely fine.
They're the only people, because they're the only people that knew what was going on. She didn't have a clue.
I didn't, you're right.
Because at the point of putting on that video, that she said it on that video, I hadn't been on.
I didn't say that you had put a
I
status
hadn't
up.
done a video. So yes, it pissed me off because you had no right. So then I decided, because I had one friend that, when I say to you, got me through such a hard time in the hospital and when I came out. So I started going on TikTok. Never used to go on TikTok.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, who pops up? Sam.
Okay, so here's what actually happened. I started the new year with the intention that I would post regularly, 3 videos a week. I had been told by my friend, you need to get a schedule, you need to put up regularly. So I decided to do it from the beginning of the year. My daughter had said to me, Mum, you need to branch out a bit. Not only do you need to do YouTube, you need to do shorts, you also ought to put on Instagram and TikTok. So it was a Wednesday morning. I was cleaning a church, cleaning a hall, and I get a message from my daughter because she was setting the TikTok up under my name. And any of you that have had TikTok will know, when you first go on TikTok, it will come up with your friends from your contacts who are also on TikTok. And basically, once you click live to see who's live or whatever like that, it will just drop you into whoever's live. And that's exactly what happened. So let's just put that out there, okay? It was an accidental drop. My daughter obviously contacted me and said, Mum, that she's talking about you on TikTok. So I then went on to listen.
In the TikTok, on the live that I was on with 2 other people. Yeah, did I say, why is she following me? Why are you coming here? You stalking me or what? Why are you coming on here? I did say it, not gonna lie.
Right, so the things that were said, and please note that I hold no bones against the other 2 people concerned. They have been so bloody supportive. I don't care what was said back then by them. I don't care, because at the time I didn't care. What I cared about was what was said by her, and what was actually said was more along the line as, oh look, how sad with your sad little life, stalking me. Do you want to be me? Just stalking me, that's what you're doing. How fucking sad. Because you've realised, oh, there was just so much. I can't even remember it all. But it wasn't nice. And yeah, I was upset. I was crying. I was literally listening to someone who had said to me on the phone, I'm not saying I'm not going to be your friend, blah, blah, blah. But now you're doing this. So you're blatantly saying that you're not going to be my friend. Just saying.
I'm not saying my mouth isn't entirely innocent in all this.
And I appreciate that. But you didn't say how it was.
So then I get the nasty messages. Then I get the nasty messages telling me, talking, I'm not a stalker, you shouldn't be all the crap. And I've got everything, so I can prove every fucking thing.
Okay, so let's stop there and let's go to the messages, shall we? Because I've also got them. Now, funnily enough, one of the messages has actually disappeared, but I will read them out. I'm not going to lie, of course I was upset, and when I get upset, I do get angry. It's just the way that my anger, but usually I just cry because I'm a bit of a wuss like that. So let's go back and I will read you the message that I sent her. Let me just find it. I have to scroll back quite a bit because like it's a long conversation. But yeah, I wasn't, you know, I did, once I'd been told that she was talking about me, of course I went to follow her. She'd do exactly the same. Penny knows how to stalk someone to the nth degree. And anyone that has been with both of us since the beginning will know this is not the first time that this has happened. Let me just do, I'm just scrolling up. So here, this is the message. This is the message that I sent, okay? Thank you for slating me on TikTok. It was actually my daughter, I'm not putting names in here, trying to set it up. But needless to say, I decided to listen while I worked. What have I ever done to you? I guess I should have known, so more fuel me. No, I wasn't stalking you. No, I'm not sad or desperate. And no, I won't retaliate because I'm a grown-ass woman who can deal without turning nasty. So-and-so and so-and-so can fuck off. I did swear. And they will be barred, meaning they're barred from my group because they were on my Facebook group at the time. Should have known by the way you treated so-and-so, who is another YouTuber. Shame on you, Penny. You need help. Have a great life. And by you need help, I mean that for somebody to always see the bad in other people is a trauma response. That's a counselling issue because not everybody is doing that. And I do feel sorry for her because she genuinely in her head thinks that. So that's my bye-all message. Let's keep going. This is going to be a long ass video because we're only up to 12 minutes.
I've got all of the messages.
So
I've got every single thing. So everything I'm saying, I can prove.
Well, I've just done it for you, so it's fine.
And then she decides to come up with a fake TikTok account.
Yes, I did.
So that we didn't know.
Absolutely.
Whether she was in the live.
Because I also have mental health issues and my mind is like that. I know that eavesdroppers never hear good about themselves, but I wanted to hear what you were saying because a lot of it isn't true. So, yes, I did.
Now, the same two people that I'm sitting there on lives with are the same people that she has now gaslit and manipulated and lied to, and I've got proof of that. Little Miss Innocent.
Okay. Number one, I never gaslit anybody, okay? Whatever was said before I developed that friendship with those two people is in the past. I said stuff, they said stuff. I wasn't hurt about what they said because they didn't know me. She did. So the blame was never on them. Just saying.
She's now sitting in my chair on that live now.
No, I'm not. Right, number one, there hasn't actually been, there's been probably 2 TikTok lives in the last 8 weeks. And there hasn't been a single TikTok live where all 3 of us have been on together at all. So there isn't.
But what she fails to think and use her brain for is the fact that I wasn't talking to myself when she heard me talking about her.
But you instigated it.
We were talking about her.
But you instigated it.
All of us.
But you instigated it.
But they're your besties now. Good luck.
Right. I don't have besties, okay? The reason I called you my bestie is because you were a physical person that I met and I saw, okay? Have those 2 people been supportive? Absolutely. And I will stand by that. You know, we've had this conversation, so there's nothing there that you can put that they don't already know, all right? But we get the chance to talk now and again, but it's not all the time.
Good fucking luck.
Well, thank you.
And then I got introduced to an amazing, amazing woman.
Agreed.
A fellow cancer
Agreed.
patient at that time. And it was the first time that I'd spoken to somebody that got it. Because as much as I appreciate all the kind words, all the people that have watched family members go through this, all the people that have seen loved ones go through this, until you've walked in them shoes, there's something that you'll never get. And that is not to be disrespectful to anybody.
Agreed.
That is not to make anybody's kind words and thoughts mean any less. It's just how it is. And we had a huge conversation on the TikTok live, and there was crying, and there was, because she was further on in the journey than me, and she is further on in the journey. She's doing amazingly well, which is, I'm so proud. I'm so elated for this woman, because she's I don't even
Lovely
have words
lady.
for her.
She is lovely.
But in this live, we spoke about you lose friends and how lonely cancer is. And it is lonely. Because at that point, I'd found out that it was outside the lung as well. It was in my lymph node. So surgery did not cure me. Surgery didn't make it all go away. And in that live, one of the three of us called her, Sam, a narcissist.
I don't actually know which one of you said it, okay? All I know is that I was called a narcissist, a cunt, and a stalker.
I was really angry with Sam.
Okay, fair
I was
enough.
also really sad about Sam.
Yeah, okay.
There's part of that live where I said, no matter what has happened, I still feel like I've lost a really good friend.
And you did. And I agree with that. But you're not putting aside the other stuff that you said either. Okay? You're not. So if you're going to give that information, at least put the other stuff in as well. And I did say to you that I was grateful that you said that. Okay? But it doesn't denote from the other stuff that you said.
Now, Sam was watching all of this on a fake account.
Secret
I've
account,
never
not
had a
fake.
account.
Rubbish. I bet you have. I bet you have. Because I know you.
When I do things, I do it with chest.
What does that even mean? You're 57. Why are you using terms that are used by 18-year-olds? Honestly.
Understand, sit there and say it was me. Oh, I'm not there. Simple. I don't need to hide things. I don't need to make things secret.
Right. I haven't made anything secret. Let's just point that out. I just don't share certain things on YouTube because I don't feel it's the place for it. There's nothing secret about it.
Say it with chest.
Whatever.
So the message that I got was vile.
Was it?
Absolutely vile.
Okay.
Calling me all sorts. Calling the other two all sorts as
Okay.
well, not just me. How dare I? I've gone onto a social media and I'm like public platform, I'm talking about it. What did you do on Facebook then? Kettle.
Right. I said, I'm going to read you the email. I want to get past this a little bit first because she says something that was quite funny. But can I just point out, I did not go onto YouTube on a live audience. I did not go on TikTok with a live audience. I held a live in a private Facebook group that had 36 members. okay? It was hardly out there.
Black? Does it mean anything? Anyway, I did apologise because...
You did, right? So let me read the message, okay? So I want you all to sit there and remember in your head that she has said, my message was vile. Because when I think of someone sending vile messages, it would be something so disgusting and abusive. I'm going to read you the message. Now, she will go on and say that I bullet point everything. Yes, I do. And the reason I do that is because I've got quite an ordered mind. And because I've worked in industries where we have done these sort of emails where you've had to bring out the points in the email, I just bullet point. It's just what I do. But I'm now going to read you the entire email, okay? Also, I won't be mentioning people's names. I will just say so and so because I'm not bringing other people into this, because I don't need to do that, because I don't need to prove anything, okay? So I said, well, how lovely was that? Hearing myself being described as a cunt, a narcissist and stalker. So I'm answering some of the crap you told that other person. Bearing in mind, she's talking to someone that I don't know at all. 1, I did apologise for not being there. I also tried to explain why. Why say in videos that you're grateful to everyone that messaged you if that's in fact not true? Be honest instead of playing the victim role. 2, during that time, it was me that contacted you. I went days and not once did you try to call me. Like I said at the time, it goes both ways. We neglected each other. Number 3, I told everyone, including you, that I was taking a break for December. I was mentally exhausted, I was physically unwell, and emotionally it was one of the hardest months of my life. I know you have cancer and I know it's hard. I didn't purposefully ignore you. 4, when I did call you, I would get negative comments, or you would say, I will call you back, and then hang up. You never called back. Why would I keep trying? So I'm just interjecting here to say, why would you? If all you're getting is negativity on the end of a phone call and it's really difficult to talk, why would you keep trying? Nobody puts themselves through that. Next, I did not do a health update on you. I was asked how you were. I said I'd seen an update on your video. That's a mistake. It was actually a post. But however, so I knew you were home. That's it. To say that I did that is ridiculous, because it is ridiculous. You neglected to say that I did in fact reach out in Messenger 3 times since. Before your op, after your op, and once you were home, you chose not to answer. And you had just admitted that, so you can't go back on that one. I told you I would still be there and would keep sharing your stuff, etc. You, however, stopped using everything. So here's where I need to interject again. On one of the lives, because I did listen to more than one, she sat there and said, I am not showing her trays. I will not promote that person. So I would rather use these ones from Temu. That was said. It may not have been said in that manner, but it was said along those lines. And there are people that were in that live that would be able to confirm that if they would like to do so. Just saying. I then said, and you said you would rather use shit trays than the ones I gave you. So why would I do it for you? So that was my point. Why would I keep showcasing your items when you're disregarding mine? 6, there was no secret live. I did a live on my group. I took so-and-so and so-and-so out because they were saying stuff in that live with you. And I don't do that, meaning that I don't make judgments about people that I don't know. But I know why they did it. Okay, they only had one half of the story. So either say it to my face or stay quiet. It's as simple as that. Why is it okay for you to talk about how you feel, but I'm not allowed to? You don't have the right to say what I can and cannot talk about. I listen to you all because it kills me hearing this stuff when all I have ever done is wish you well. I lost my best friend. I'm allowed to be sad and hurt. I never expected you to do this, especially after how close we were. I didn't deserve it, and I know you know that because I heard you say it. And you did say that. Just saying. I shouldn't have said what I said about so-and-so. It was a low blow. I was deeply upset and angry. I'm sorry. And then I continue to listen because I miss you and I want to know how you're doing. I care, for fuck's sake. Where did I get to? I'm glad you have so-and-so, but for the life of me, I don't get why the other person. You blast me for talking to so-and-so, but you were the same about that person. Basically, yeah, why slate somebody and then be friends with them after? Because that's what she did, okay? I apologise that my thing went off. She said, I will never publicly slate you. And I had no intentions of publicly slating you. And I still don't. I'm just coming with the answers to the things that you've put out there. So not my best thing to do. And it's the worst thing to do and it won't solve anything. I didn't slate you in my live either. I actively ask people not to say anything because you have bigger things to worry about. I don't have anyone to talk to about these things now because the one and only person I ever talked to was you. I'm sorry this has all happened. I'm not asking for anything other than you just let this go now. You've hurt me enough. I'm effing heartbroken. And I have been since you told me that at New Year. That's it. I won't listen anymore. Thank you for the friendship we had. It was great getting to know you. I hope one day you can think better of me. We'll always think of you with love. That's my message. That is the vile message that I sent her, slagging her off and slagging her friends off and all that sort. That's what I sent. Make your own mind up.
It obviously wasn't nice for her, so I did apologise about it, and I said, will not mention her name again. I did explain that it was a conversation that I was having with another person, with this lady, and emotions were high and I shouldn't have said some of the things I said. But like I said, I apologised. The things that she said in this message, I tell you what, I'll show you all because I've got nothing to hide.
You don't need to know.
I'll show you my responses. Because a lot of...
You can't just show your responses though. You needed to show that first. Because if you're going to say that a message is vile, you need to prove it. And I've just done that. So you don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to read your responses out or anything because that's illegal. You're not allowed to do that. I'm just giving my side. You can then go on and do another video if you like.
I either didn't respond or it was usually like, wow. Or it was answering all the different... Because Sam Bullet put things like, literally... So that happened and it all went quiet. Few little innuendos, but nothing major.
Again with the innuendos.
And then just before May, she put up a video.
It was the 28th of April.
Very much similar to the video that went up today.
I did.
And I lost my shit. I lost my shit because no matter what has happened, okay, between me and her, I would never have tried to ruin her business.
I have never tried to ruin her business. And can I just point out, what are you doing right now? I'm just saying, you've purposefully done a video to ruin my business, my YouTube and everything. Just saying.
I would never try to ruin her YouTube. I wouldn't have revealed anything that she has said to me in the past. It's private stuff. We've both spoken privately to each other. We both have secrets on each other because that's what friends do. I never slagged her off on YouTube.
Okay, she didn't slag me off on YouTube, but what she did do was she slagged me off on TikTok. And basically what happened, as you know, I have used Penny's cards, her DMC cards, for my spare drill storage. I've used her labels and everything. And I was listening and I was about to start sorting out my ABs and fairy dust and everything, and I wanted the same labels. So what I did was I went on to, this is a couple of weeks before this happened, by the way. I went onto her Etsy, and I paid and downloaded the stickers so that I could print them out myself. And I did that because A, I knew she couldn't cancel it because it's an instant download, and B, I wanted all the stuff to match because it will bug me if it doesn't. So I tried to do that, and she was on a live and she said something along the lines of, can you believe she's actually downloaded my stickers? If she hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have said, I'd have cancelled the order. So, you know, you're literally publicly saying, I do not want you to use my stuff. So I was in a position, I wanted to increase my storage to include ABs and everything, but I couldn't because I couldn't use her stuff. So if I needed more cards, if I needed more labels, what the hell am I supposed to do? I have no choice. So I made the decision, do you know what? I'll just make my own, and then I can add to it as I want. It's business, love. Simple. So if you're going to say that I just did it out of spite, please put in what happened beforehand. Please put in the fact that you had publicly stated that you did not want me using your stuff.
She was very upset that I stopped using her trays.
Yes, of course.
I did explain to her. I got a tray from Temu. It had a step in it, and it meant that I didn't have to keep shaking the tray.
But you didn't explain that you would diss the trays on TikTok.
And that is why I was using, in her words, a cheap shit.
That's not the only reason, though, is it?
As opposed to hers. It wasn't to spite her.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't to stop promoting her.
You actually said on the live about the trays, you actually turned around and said, even if I use those trays off camera, I'm never going to use them on camera. Why would I? So be honest. You know, it's fine. It's okay.
It was because I could just about diamond paint, and I needed to make it as easy as possible for myself. I explained that to her, and she said she got it. She obviously didn't. But yes, she did a video very much like today. Now, you're doing a video showing people how to make my index cards.
I didn't show anybody how to make your index cards. I created a template.
Why?
Because I needed more cards.
You do that?
Because I needed more cards.
You've got index cards.
Not enough.
You've got you got all of the index cards you needed.
I have. But you turned around and said you didn't want me using them. I wasn't able to get more stickers to match. I wasn't able to get more cards to do all my ABs and everything. So what am I supposed to do?
And why are you making? Why are you showing people how to make them? So you're basically putting my bestseller out there so that I don't sell them, they'll make them instead.
Okay. So this comes up later as well. Look, I apologise for how long this bloody video is, but it's got to be done. Right. I created a template so I could make my own, and I showed the template and I told them that I'd laminated them. That's what I did. I was putting the labels on. That's what I did. Okay. You don't offer a template. So the cheapest section that you have, the cheapest option you have is £33 for the cards. Okay, £33. Now, a lot of people that will craft will already have paper or card or laminating sheets or sticker paper. So, of course, it'll work out cheaper. I'm never going to be doing the cards myself because I haven't got the time. We'll come back to that later as well. But, yeah. Be honest about what happened before that.
Are you fucking for real? Like, you sit there and you're all this, oh, I'm full of positivity.
Absolutely.
We get rid of all the negativity.
Absolutely.
Which part? You're fake. You are a fake ass bitch. That's what you are.
Just sitting here, a fake ass bitch.
And I'll tell you what, I'll fucking say it again, just in case you're standing at the back. You're a fake ass bitch.
Okay.
And I phoned her. I was so mad, I phoned her. First of all, she had me blocked, but I did message her. She unblocked me and I phoned her. We spent 5 hours on the phone.
Yeah, we did.
5 hours.
Yep.
And she took down the video, admitting how it looked.
No, I took down the video because I didn't want you upset, and you agreed that I could have more index cards and more labels. So let's get that out there, all right? I took the video down because I have never, and still don't, want you upset about this stuff, because I don't hold any malice for you. I just don't agree with the way you do things, that's all. But I didn't say it looked bad. I said to you, what choice do I have? I'm not able to order any more index cards. I'm not able to order more labels, so I don't have a choice.
Saying she can see, even though she pleads innocent, because obviously she don't do no wrong.
Like, I do lots wrong, all the time. I'm not a bloody angel. I'm not perfect. Of course I do things wrong.
She could see how it looks, so she took it down.
I did.
This was just not long before the event in May. We spoke about everything.
We did.
We spoke about YouTube. We spoke about everything that had gone on.
Yep.
And we agreed to draw a line.
We did at that time.
We agreed that it was done. No more innuendos. No more fake lives, secret lives in Facebook. It all had to stop.
And I have stopped. There has not been a live in Facebook. We have not been on a live on TikTok. I've not done a live on YouTube. So I've held to that even now, up until today.
Because the thing is we share a hell of a lot of subscribers.
Because I got my subscribers to subscribe to you.
Messages all the time about things that were going on in our Facebook.
I'd be interested to know how many messages.
To the point of me saying, can you guys stop messaging me? I don't want to know. I'm dealing with my own shit, which is a bit more important than Sam.
I mean, to you it's more important, absolutely.
We ended up talking again.
We did.
You lot would have known, because all of a sudden she had a bestie again.
That is true. Because we had a 5-hour-long conversation. We both said sorry. We said we'd move on. But I didn't know you were going to then put this video out and make out that you weren't as much of a friend with me as I was with you. Jeez.
All of a sudden, all my products were back on her channel.
Yep.
All of a sudden, I make the best release papers.
You make good release papers. I don't know if you make the best release papers, because I don't use release papers. That's not untrue. I only ever used the release papers because they were yours. Simple.
All of a sudden, my index cards are the best in the world.
Your index cards are good. And I've never said any different, and I will stand up to anyone who says that I have. Go back and watch the video that I did. I have never slated you.
All of it. Literally. It was crazy. Overnight. Going from all the innuendos, all the, oh, woe is me, my poor mental health.
Never said that. Oh, where have I ever said that? Can someone please go back, if you've got time, go back and find it, because I don't remember ever saying that on a video.
Because Penny doesn't want to be my friend no more. Number one, I never ever said that. And number two, get over yourself.
Why don't you get over yourself?
You're a grown-ass fucking adult.
So are you?
Many a time, we had a discussion, me and Sam. We'd be on a live. I remember one time I was on a live. We were doing a live, and I was actually making index cards, but I was doing it out of shop. And people were saying, show us how you do it. And I'm like, no, why am I going to do that? That's like KFC telling you what the fucking secret ingredient is. You know the secret ingredient, you're not going to buy it. This money, see, I'm not sitting at home with a husband that's out and got a really good job and own our house.
Right, can I just point out, yes, we do own our own house. My husband does have a good job. Does my husband have a good enough job that I don't need to work? No. Our mortgage is 4 times more than her rent is a month. Okay? We work hard to pay for this. So don't give me that.
I live week to week, sometimes day to day. So my shop pays my bills.
No, it doesn't. The benefit system pays your bills. The benefit that you get benefit for your health conditions, which I do not say is a bad thing, because you need it. You have disabilities, you have problems, you're entitled to that. But don't sit there and say that I'm stealing money off your table, because if that was the case, you wouldn't be going to Florida. You wouldn't be buying Diamond Art Club paintings, okay? You get that money, that's guaranteed, whether you do anything on Etsy or not.
My shop feeds me and my daughter. My shop helps me to support my YouTube channel. My shop does that for me. It doesn't all go back into the YouTube channel, because you know what? I have to use electric and gas and food and petrol and insurance and everything else.
So do we.
That's what my shop does for me.
So do we.
And you want to take that away from me?
I'm not taking anything from you.
You think it's a great idea because that's how much your positivity to put out in the world does for you. Now, I've got nothing to lose now, because guess what? I might not be here in 6 months. I might not be here in 3 months.
I'm not going to answer that because it's just ridiculous.
So what kind of fucking person does that make you?
It makes me a businesswoman.
What kind of person does it make you?
A businesswoman.
Now, before we get on to today's video, because, wow, I didn't know whether to laugh, cry or shout, to be honest.
I'm sure you did all three. I'm sure you did all three.
Quite comical. You are actually quite comical. There's bits where you're an arsehole.
Really?
But let's go back. We started talking.
We did?
In fact, the very next morning after that long talk, you sent me a link for a song.
I did. The song was Lost by Michael Bublé, because I was glad to have my friend back and I wanted you to know that I was going to be there.
Some lovey-dovey song.
Absolutely.
But we started talking.
Mm-hmm.
I brought you into TikTok.
No, you didn't. I was already on TikTok, remember? On my fake account, listening to you. So don't say that you brought me onto TikTok, because you didn't. What you did was you asked the other people in your little group if I could come in. And I'm eternally grateful for that. And my positivity can sit here and say, I'm so pleased that you did. Because out of this, I've got a little support system that helps me. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I brought you onto TikTok.
No, you didn't.
And you took my seat on the table, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
You came in there, you was in the lives. We'd all have a laugh
We
and
did.
joke. We'd all have our little secret conversations, didn't we?
So before we get into that, can I just say, I went on the lives and we did used to talk and stuff. And then what happened was, because I'm not the only person that she's fallen out with this year, okay? So what happened was, she would say, oh, I'm not coming in live if that person's in there. I'm not going in live if that person's in there. She was invited to multiple lives and she refused, or she didn't want to come on. And it just got to the point where there was no point trying to invite her because she wasn't coming in.
About one particular person.
We did.
Because that's how nice you are. This is how...
Right, can I point out that I had a impression of that person before I got to know her, that you were actually the person that said that they hated them before any of that happened. But it's neither here nor there now. You instigated that, not me. I just agreed, okay? But I'm not taking the blame away from myself. I deeply regret the things that I have said. She knows that. She knows that I adore her now. And we have all had that discussion. So there's no point you making that out to be worse than what it is, because it couldn't be any worse. We were awful. We're fucking women, and women can be bitches. So that has been put to bed. Move on.
Manipulative you are. One person that everybody used to moan about, that everybody used to have picket holes in, me included, because now there was 4 of us, so 3 of us had little messages, 3 of us had phone calls, all of us saying the same thing about this fourth person. And you know who you are, and I'm sorry that you're going to get hurt.
She's not sorry that you're going to get hurt.
You need to know what she's like.
Is it me though?
I'm sorry that you're going to get hurt, because you're harmless. There's nothing. You're not a nasty person. You're just harmless. You just get on people's nerves with some of the stuff you do. That's the same person that you put thumbs down on their videos, isn't it?
Yes, I did. I actually did put a thumbs down on that person, but guess what? I'm putting a thumbs down on all of yours now too. So, swings and roundabouts.
I never did that. I never did that, because why? Why would you do that? But guess what? That woman gets more fucking views than you do now. Does that make you feel good?
No, it makes me laugh.
I thought I'd get that in there.
Because, right, one of the biggest things is the fact that she's always been driven by how many views and likes and that you get. And here's the thing, it doesn't make a freaking difference. The only thing getting lots of views does means that lots more people are viewing a lot less. Okay, it's not the views that matter. It's not even the likes that matter most of the time. It's how long they stay for. So I would rather have less likes and people stay longer, because that's how it works. It's a business. So I'm laughing. I apologise.
She's doing better than you. Even though you've got more subscribers, because this is the thing, you're monetised, so you think you're all high and mighty.
I really don't.
But you don't get the view.
Do you know what? I'm open about this. It takes me 6 weeks to earn 70 quid. Okay? So I'm not rolling in it. I'm not high and mighty at all. Not at all. So you can go with that narrative if you like, and I get why, but it's not true.
You don't get the likes, you don't get the comments.
I would rather spend a year doing good content, nice content, positive content, than spend this stupid amount of time that I'm spending right now doing this video just to get likes and views, because that's exactly what you do. And it's the thing you did to that other YouTuber. You weren't even cross about the things that she said in her video. What upset you the most was that she gained loads of subscribers from it. I'm not sitting here saying about that YouTuber, oh, they've got more subscribers. I don't care. And do you know why I don't care? Because I never came on to do that. But we'll come back to that.
Hey ho, life's a bitch.
Isn't it?
But yeah, I brought her in.
No, you didn't. But
and you know what? I appreciate the fact that you took me to the hospital for a few appointments. But fuck me, the price I've paid for that.
Okay, so let's go for that, right? I did a lot more than take her to the hospital for a few appointments. I bought a number of diamond paintings off her so that she could afford a van to move from one house to the other. And she'd said, I have got my son and a couple of his friends coming down, they're going to help me move, so I won't have to lift anything, blah, 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 blah. So I bought these canvases off her. I don't remember the exact amount, but one payment was £100, I think. And there was another one for 20, maybe 25. I don't know exactly. I could probably find it, can't be bothered. But anyway, I did that. She then didn't get a van. She then bought a diamond painting the week that she was moving. And I then ended up going over for 3 days, moving her stuff in my car, using my fuel. I'm not saying she didn't offer fuel money. She did, but I knew she wouldn't have had it. So I wasn't going to take it because I'm not like that. I lugged boxes up and down stairs, filling her car while her son was at the new place sleeping. You know, the able-bodied child slept while a lady going through cancer treatment and her teenage daughter and a lady with health issues moved the furniture. So it's a little bit more than that, okay? The hospital appointments, I took time off work. I put the fuel in, I drove there, I drove you back. A little bit more than just that. So again, just be fully honest. Don't just be honest with the bits that you want to give people. Give the whole truth.
The price that I've paid, you have single-handedly...
Nope.
...made my journey so much harder. I didn't think it was possible. But you have made my confidence in humankind hit the bottom of the barrel. Because I did nothing to you. Absolutely nothing.
You did, and we will come to that, and I will tell you exactly what you did.
And if I did, let me know. Let me know what I did to you.
Okay, so I'll tell you what she did. Not just to me, but to others as well. There is this tendency for her to complain about people doing things that she's doing herself. And she's always done it. And you know what? I loved her regardless, okay? I loved her regardless because we had such good banter and we had such a good laugh that nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, okay? But what happened is we started having the lives and then we'd invite her and then she'd be like, oh, well, I can't come in because that person's there, that person's there. And let me tell you that this lady could have an argument in a room by herself. She's constantly on edge looking for a fight. And it is a trauma response. I am not belittling it whatsoever, okay? I'm lucky in that I'm not stuck in that. So I'm appreciative of that. But some people can't get out. And it became a thing. And then she started doing the same things again. So she started not coming in. She started not phoning me back. I'd ring her and she'd give me the I'm still alive thing. And again, I got put right back to the beginning of last year where I didn't want to phone her. Why would you? So here is what happened, okay? In the few days leading up to the bit where I blocked her, I had contacted her and she was telling me and others that she wasn't in a great mental state, that she was finding it difficult. She wasn't able to talk about stuff. She was struggling, all that sort of thing. And we said, okay, that's fine. You don't need to answer us then. So we would send her messages and I sent her messages. Hope you're okay. I'm thinking about you. Da, 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 da. And then 10 minutes later, she'd be on TikTok on a live with somebody else telling everything. So that's the issue. You know, it is perfectly acceptable for someone to say, I am not coping. I am withdrawing from people. Please don't be offended if I don't message you back. But when you do that, and then 10 minutes later, you're on a live talking about the exact same stuff with a complete stranger that you've known for 2 weeks on TikTok, that's an issue. Because what you're doing is you're then saying to those people that are reaching out to you, you are saying, you don't matter to me. Your interest isn't important to me, because what I actually want is I want instant gratification. I want the all-in emotional impact. And of course, we can't give you that anymore because we know what you do. So we don't. Simple as that. And then something in particular happened. Things were said, but something in particular happened. I'll come to that in a second.
Are there times when I was grumpy?
Yes.
100%. You ask Annalise, she lives with me. I'm kind of
so
going through a bit
you
of a
know
shitty
what you
time
did
at the minute, so I'm allowed to have the now and again.
You are, okay, and I'll put that out there. Anybody going through a battle like this is allowed to be emotional. They're allowed to be grumpy. What you're not allowed to do, though, is be nasty. There is no call for that. There is no excuse for someone to be so derogatory and so, I don't even know if there's a word for it, but to to say the things that you say just to pierce, just to really drive that knife home, that's not okay. You don't have the right to do that to people. So while some stuff will be accepted, there's a line. There's a line you don't cross.
But let's move on. I was having a really hard time. I was getting appointments for biopsies and I didn't even know what part of the body it was on. I was having to go for tests and I didn't even know what it was for. I wasn't getting results of tests. And it was really head fuck for me, really head fuck. And the one person that knew all of it was you. You were the person that I was crying on the phone to. You was the person that when I was angry with the hospital, I was talking to. It was you. You were the one. But yet still, I was going through that, but still, when you were going through your own troubles, I was the first one to say, you come to my house. I was the first one to say, you tell me and I'll come to you. Because I was driving then.
You weren't driving then. You've literally just said you took me to a few hospital appointments. You weren't driving then, so you couldn't have come to me. But you did say, come to my house. I didn't go to your house because I didn't want to be around people. I just wanted to sit with myself. I've got my own stuff to go through. So, but I appreciate that. I appreciate that you said it, but tell it truthfully.
Oh, I was driving a little bit.
You weren't driving. Oh, actually, you were at a point where you weren't driving much because it was too painful, but then you'd be like, oh, I went to B&M. So you'd walk around B&M for an hour. There you go.
That was me, because I have compassion.
No,
I
you
have
don't.
empathy.
No.
I have a kindness that I like to be able to help my friends. Even if I can't do anything, just be there for them.
Which is what I've just been doing.
Then one day I'm on the phone to you. You phoned me when you got home and the builders were there. I couldn't hear you. I'd literally just heard from the hospital. Just heard. I was on the phone to you and I couldn't hear you. So I said, I can't hear you. So your thing was the builders there. I said, that's all right. Phone me back. Phone me back when they're gone. Well, guess what happened? You butt called me, didn't you?
Okay, I did not butt call her. Number one, you can only butt call someone if your phone is in your back pocket and you sit on it. I don't have back pockets because I don't wear jeans or anything. I wear leggings. But what actually happened was I had the earbuds in, so I popped the phone on the desk, which was in the front room at that time. And no, I didn't know it had called you back. And I did say that when I spoke to you. But just like the Queen and Meghan Markle, recollections may differ, should I say?
You butt called me. So I answered saying, fucking hell, that was quick. But you didn't know that I was on the phone, did you? So you and your mum was having a nice little conversation about me.
You're so dramatic. Literally, I sort of said, oh, Penny's in a fucking stonk because I couldn't hear her because of the builder, so she's got the arsehole. And my mum said something along the lines like, well, that's Penny. Why are you surprised? It was probably something along that. I can't even remember exactly what it was. We didn't have, you make it sound like we had a 10-minute conversation about what an awful person you were. We didn't, because that's what you do. You do get arsey if people can't give you what you need at exactly the right time. But I'm not going to hold back and say I didn't say it. I did say it. There you go.
Weren't you now? So I heard what you really think.
That you're an arsehole who doesn't always understand that you don't come first.
What you think about me. But I didn't say anything. And then you phoned me again. I hung up the phone because I didn't want to hear any more. So I hung up the phone. And I was fuming. Then I was sad. Because once again, you proved who you really are.
I'm a stressed out middle-aged woman who had been on the phone to you the minute I finished work, all the way home in the car to the house, who then walks in the house and I've got my mum talking and the builders are banging and you're getting stressed at me because I can't hear you or you can't hear me. That's what I am. I'm a normal middle-aged woman trying to juggle everything.
And then you phoned me and we had a whole conversation.
No, we didn't. I phoned you and I said, right, how did you get on? And you went, I don't want to talk about it. And I said, you don't want to talk about it to me, or you don't want to talk about it at all. Just don't want to talk about it. Fair enough.
Can't even remember what it's about. You did say to me, what did the hospital say? And I said I didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I've just said.
Because the trust was gone again. The trust was gone. Because the biggest idiot in all this was me.
Not true.
Was me believing that you was a friend.
And do you know what? I still continue to be your friend. I don't get dragged into this stuff, which is why I wasn't going to do a video at all. I was still your friend because I don't mean you any ill will.
And I'll tell you something, you've always said you've never had friends. You've never had somebody that you can sit on the phone to.
Right, you're twisting that. What I said was, I've never had a friend that I've sat on the phone and had conversations with like this. I have got friends, right? I don't want people out there going, oh, Sam, you got no friends. I have. I've got friends from when I was at school. I've got friends that I've had for the last 30 years. I've got friends I've made in the last 10 years. I do have friends, okay? You're not the only one.
Ours too, until we were friends. No fucking surprise.
Because I'm such a bad person.
Because you don't know how to be a friend.
Clearly not.
You don't know how to do it.
But I think I've learnt from you, that's why.
And then, by the next day, I'd spoken to you. I think it was about the time when we were speaking about the whole sending to America and all this. And at the end of the call, it might have even been the call the same day, actually, I said, you do realise you butt-called me, didn't you?
It was actually the same day. So that was when I called you back and I asked you after we had that conversation. So, there you go.
And you didn't even say, oh shit, or oh sorry.
No, I didn't. I wasn't sorry.
You knew what you'd said, because you was like, well, it's not my fault the builders are in, and da-da.
Well, I didn't say it quite like that because I don't have a London accent. Just saying.
There wasn't a problem with the builders. You got builders in. They make noise. No shit, Sherlock. No shit.
I'm going to have to go get a refresh on my coffee.
But then everything changed, didn't it? Then you blocked me.
I did block you. I did block you. We'll come to that in a minute.
Ah, you never caught me speaking about you. You blocked me. And then what you went on and did is you went on and told a lie. I know of at least one lie that has been confirmed.
Okay, if you have got a confirmed lie that I have said, then I'd like to hear it. But it's up to you. If you don't want to share it, it's fine. I'll explain why I blocked you in a minute.
Confirmed. Now, one of the people in them TikTok lives, as much as I'm hurt because that person did not give me a chance to say anything or explain anything, they immediately believed your bullshit. And you know what?
That's not true. That person has heard both sides of the story. And like I said, there is your side, there is my side, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. And I stick to that. So that's not true. I haven't gaslit anyone. I haven't bullshit anyone. I have been open with those people involved. What I haven't done is been open with people that I don't know on YouTube or etc.
You're good. You're very, very good.
You give me much more credit than I need, honestly.
And I hope it gets you far in life. Now, I wasn't going to bring all this,
But you are.
So now, it's me and my kids. Got a couple of school friends. But I don't let anybody close now.
I could interject, but I'm not going to, because I know the full story. But whatever. If it suits your narrative, you go with it.
At the one time that I need it. Because after that, and I've got screenshots.
Good.
I've got screenshots of other TikTok lives that I would go in. Not to go live with them, but just sometimes I went live. Sometimes I didn't. Not very often. Because I stopped. Do you know why I stopped? Because every single time I was in a live and I was up in a box talking, who'd pop in? The lovely Samantha.
And that's what you did. So let's see it from my point of view. I am sending you messages during a time where you're saying you're struggling and you're not replying to my messages. You are being invited into lives with me and the other two people, one of whom you has admitted has been an incredibly good friend, and you wouldn't come in. And then at the end of that week, I go on TikTok and I click the live button to see who's live. So I've got something to listen to, and I'm banned. I'm blocked from entering random lives because you have had me banned. You've had me blocked. Why would you do that? And I can tell you exactly why you've done that. It's because you don't want me hearing you telling a different narrative. Because that's the issue here. I'm not saying that you are sitting there lying constantly, but you do like to manipulate the narrative, and it wouldn't have suited you for me to hear what you're talking about with other people. And you don't have the right to control what I do or where I go. It is so crazy that you think that you have the right to dictate whether I go into someone's live or not. And at this point, remember, at this point, we hadn't had a falling out. Nothing had been said. All I knew was that my friend was refusing to answer my messages, wasn't coming to the lives, but was then in lives with other people. All I was doing was scrolling TikTok to try and find something to listen to because I was bored. And lo and behold, if I click the live button and I'm friends with somebody, it will automatically bring up any lives they're in there and then. So of course I'm going to show up. But what you did was disrespectful. What you did was try to control who I can talk to, what I can see, what you don't have the right to do that. And that's what broke it. Because it was all starting again. But this time, without the friends that you'd had the first time. Because this is a pattern for you. You are unable to have more than one friend. And you will be friends with someone until they do not follow your thinking. So if you fall out with someone, everyone else you know has to fall out with them too, without question. And that's not how it works. It isn't. So that is what you did. So you're aware. You know what you did.
Everywhere I went. And I have got screenshots of it, so I can prove that as well.
Also, right, if you're friends with someone, why do you automatically save all of the messages? Why do you feel the need to do that? That tells me that that's a trust issue. That means that you never trust anybody. And if you never trust someone, you're never going to have a fulfilling relationship. Whether that's a friend, a lover, a partner, a child. If you always do that, you're never going to be able to have a situation where you can completely trust someone. That's the truth. It's sad. It's sad that you feel that. And unfortunately, I kept messages too this second time because of that.
Because one thing about me is I like proof. Now, even if you have to make that proof up, and that is
You know, this is along the lines of that's something else that you do. And we know you do it. We loved you anyway. But, you know, oh, I got contacted 2 weeks before the world knew about COVID because of my problems. Did you really? Did you? My oncologist told me it doesn't matter if I smoke at this point. Because I'm pretty sure that if I got lung cancer, the first thing I'd do was give up smoking. But, you know, it's just you. That's what you do, you know. You do something, you say something, you see a post on Facebook and you know it all. And I loved that about you. It was amusing. But it's not amusing when you're using it against people. You shouldn't do that.
But the creators on TikTok actually had to block her.
No, you made me block. You made them block me.
Because I said I'm not coming in no more.
Exactly. You control. You are actually that self-centered that you believe that you can control who doesn't see you. Why would you hide that? Isn't that hiding? Isn't that the same as having a secret life? You're getting complete strangers to block me. Why? Ask yourself that.
So they blocked her so she couldn't follow me round the app.
Because I'm a stalker, apparently.
Now, I blocked everything. I blocked all their accounts.
Right, number one, you didn't block me off everything because I'd already done that. So let's get that straight.
All three of them. I don't go on anything. I did. I'll be honest with you. I've got a private account and I've got Couch Sparkles. Couch Sparkles, I'm never.
This is going to be a long-ass video.
Now and again, I'll have a look on there. Or I was going to start it up again. It's not even I'll have a look on it. I was going to start it up again, try and build it, try and concentrate on something else. And I know that Annalie has fallen into their life once.
She did.
With her and one other person, which I have spoken about before.
Yeah.
But now everything is blocked. No, none of you. None of you. No one can accidentally go in there.
Do you want to know a little secret? I still have a secret account on TikTok, so actually I can. Just because, and this is the bit, that statement I've just made is probably the bitchiest I'm going to be on this, because it just amuses me. Do you know what I mean? You know, you've done it to me. So, you know, listen up, Buttercup, still got one.
I don't want to know what you're talking about. I don't want to be part of anything. I, right now, need 100% of my energy to carry on living.
Absolutely.
It comes to a point where I'm here. I am now week 7 of daily.
Right, okay. So I need to interject here just to put something in. It is just interesting that your first video that you put up went up the day after DIY DP started. Why choose then? And this video has gone up weeks later, despite nothing having been said or done to you or about you for weeks. Because we haven't. There have been no secret lives on TikTok. We haven't been on. One person's got a lot going on. The other person's moved. I've been working. So don't create a narrative to fit what you feel.
Radiotherapy.
Incidentally, my dad had daily radiotherapy for 12 weeks for prostate cancer.
Daily. My body is fucked.
I don't doubt that.
It hurts to breathe. It hurts to swallow.
But it doesn't hurt to talk for an hour ranting about somebody who literally had your back until the last minute. Just saying.
My skin is burnt.
I'm sorry for that.
I've got pains that you didn't even know in places that don't even exist. I'm fighting to stay alive.
And I also need to point out that one of the biggest things, when this happened before with another YouTuber, the first thing that Penny did was go on about her weeping, about her crying on a video and I don't do that, but this is what you're doing. And my heart absolutely breaks for you. I would not wish what you are going through on my worst enemy. And you're not my worst enemy at all. You're not. but you don't help yourself. So hopefully, probably won't, you'll come back with something else, but hopefully me putting my bit out there will help others see that I haven't been this horrible monster. What do you vile, because you like the word vile, this vile person. I haven't been. Have I been a little bit petty sometimes? Yes, so have you. You've been a lot petty, openly. But anyway, I'm sorry that you are feeling pain. I truly am.
And now you want to do it all over again?
I haven't done anything again.
You want to sell stuff, take money out of my pocket, out of my shop, show me, oh, well, I'm going to do a template. You can buy the template. It's cheaper.
Because it is.
Guess what? By the time you buy all of the card, all of the laminate, and even if you only take one customer from me, you are taking food out of my cupboard.
Okay, so can I just insert here? So a set of index cards on their own is £33 if they're already made. But if you go for the starter kit, which is all of the cards, all of the bags and labels and everything, which is fabulous, don't get me wrong, it's £100. I said I would create a template, and I specifically said on that video that if you want all of that hard work done and out of the way, then go ahead, save up for that set from you, from Calv Sparkles, because it's worth it, because it is. And I'm not taking that away from you. However, I made mine with paper. So even if I had to buy a whole pack of paper, a whole pack of laminate sheets and a whole pack of labels, it would still only cost me £19.45. And I would be able to make 2, maybe 3 sets out of that. So it is cheaper. But I'm not taking your business away from you. The people that will buy that template cannot afford the amount of money that you're talking about. But what they might be able to afford is a template, and they can print them off a bit at a time until they've got them all. So I'm not taking, it's not something you offer.
You are taking electric out of my lights.
No, I'm not.
And that is because you're such a nice, caring fucking person. All light and positivity. You evil fucking cow.
I'm really not evil. And I don't have
So
others.
not only am I having to fight to do anything, you're now making things that little bit harder. And you know what? I do watch your videos. I've been watching the DIY DP event.
I know.
Because it does hold a special place, because I was doing that. I was helping you with it. You've gone from hating, not hating. You didn't really like doing conversions. I only do them because I don't want to shit.
I don't understand why you have to put that voice on. Why do you do that? It's petty. It's really childish. We're not at school. I appreciate that you helped me with DIY DP. Can I point out that last year, when you were doing videos, you did one. Okay? DIY DP is and always will be my event, because I offered it to you when it first started and you didn't want it. So don't come in now with your, I really enjoyed it, da da da. Don't watch. If I upset you that much, don't watch.
Away my spare drills to now all of a sudden, oh my God, you're going to be the 2026 is the year for the conversion. Crack on, you fucking hypocrite. All those morals that you stood by, they change.
What do morals have to do with anything? My morals don't change unless, and here is the thing, morals can change. And do you know why? Because people will have a judgment about something, and then they will be educated on that thing, and then their judgment changes, and therefore their morals change. Yeah. No other words than that.
No matter who, different people you talk to.
No, it doesn't.
Morals are morals, love. They don't change. Oh, I'll talk to Jack today and I like sausages. Oh, I'll talk to fucking Susan tomorrow and I don't like sausages.
I have always said, right from the beginning, that conversions are not my main thing. I like doing a normal diamond paint and I've never held back from that. What I do stand firm on is not throwing so much stuff in the bin. I am very big on reusing as much as I can, whether that be spare drills, bits of card, laminated, old stickers, whatever. I don't like wasting stuff. That hasn't changed. And when I said that 2026 is the year of conversion, it's because I plan next year to do lots more with little ones to try and get people into it. So that's where that came from.
It don't work like that with morals. Things that agree with, things that you don't agree with, things that you like, things...
It does, because you get educated and then your opinion changes. That's what makes us human. We can learn.
That you don't like. Do you know how pathetic you look?
No, because I don't think I do.
So not only are you showing people how to make them, you're going to be...
I'm not showing people how to make the cards. I'm providing a template so they can.
Selling the template to make them. But crack on with it. Crack on with it, because it's not actually that much cheaper. I don't actually make much profit out of making the cards. But I hope you sleep good at night.
I sleep very well, actually.
I hope you sleep good at night, knowing what a disgusting, nasty, vile person you are.
Am I, though? The only night that I haven't slept was the night you put this video up. Because I was so upset that you would feel this was an appropriate video. I'm upset about the fact I'm doing this one, because there's a bit of me that doesn't think it's appropriate. It really doesn't. It doesn't need to be out there. So anyway.
And yes, you can call this video whatever you like, because the thing is, I've got nothing to lose, Sam.
Neither have I.
Because I may not be here. You could have waited till I was gone.
What an awful thing to say.
So you're going to show how to do the index cards. You're going to show the labels. You're going to show how to... You're going to do bag labels. Oh, you're going to do tracker books.
Let me stop there before she goes any further. I designed my tracker book. I did this. You then took the idea because you were doing a logbook. So you actually said that you were going to do a tracker. Mine is a tracker, not a logbook.
Fucking hell. Do you want to know? I've got blue knickers on today.
Are they clean? Just saying.
Would you like to copy anything else of mine?
No.
Is there anything else? Do you want me to write down instructions for you?
No, thank you.
You sit there and you say how hard it is to make sure the things fit on the labels and to print this and to print that. Guess what? I did all that work. I did all that work to make my business a success so I could support me and my child. And you're out there and you're now, oh, well, I'll show everybody to make it. I hope everybody that sees this sees exactly what kind of fucking person you are, because you're vile.
Okay.
You are vile. I wouldn't treat a stray animal on the street the way you've been.
And I wouldn't say the things that you're saying.
You're a vile human being that puts out a fake persona of all positivity in life. And you know what? Through this whole year, since all this started in January, I've wanted to say something.
Who started this whole thing, Penny? Okay? Who started? That's all I'm saying. And I know that there are people out there that know that this started long before December last year, because I'd already seen it coming. So let's be honest, you had already started pulling away, as had I, because this sort of thing isn't the sort of thing that I think is appropriate to be on YouTube. It's really not.
I've wanted to do a video putting my truth out there.
So now
my
you have.
Truth, not yours, mine, because everybody heard yours.
Everybody did not hear mine. 36 people heard my original video on my private group The only reason you didn't see it was because you weren't in the group, because I took you off. You weren't on there. End of. So don't exaggerate.
You heard the woe is me, Penny don't want to be my friend no more, which was bullshit. But I didn't. You know why? Because I still cared about you.
And I still care about you.
Now I want to spit on you.
That's fine.
Now
I wouldn't want your spit on me.
I've got to look out for me, because whatever happens with me affects my daughter.
And that original call on TikTok, that original live where you slated me, affected my daughter. I would never, ever want to hurt Anna Lee. But what you were saying that day upset my daughter. My kids are just as upset. And believe me, they've all seen this video. They're just as upset. Are my children worth less than your children are? No, they're our kids. So let's just get that so it's fair, okay?
My son, my family. And I hope to God you are so proud of yourself. So you crack on with your template for your index cards. You crack on with designing bag labels.
I will.
You crack on with all that you do. How about you find your own ideas? How about you do that? How about you find your own original things that you can do?
Like my tracker book. Like doing my own graph paper. Just saying.
Rather than copying people. You sit there, you've got your little super fans. Good on.
I've got two. I've got two super fans, and they're amazing super fans. I'm just going to put that out there. I've got two. All right? I'm not raking it in.
Yeah, why not? Go for it. Good luck to you. Where once again you hold your secret little videos.
They're not secret. Anybody can view any videos on the super fans thing by paying £2.99. If you want to pay £2.99 to view any video on there, go ahead. It's fine.
Have you not got the balls to just say what you think? Have you not got the courage? Because do you know what? When it says in secret, you have to ask yourself why.
So here is the reason. She has said that it's secret. There's no secrets here. The first live was on my Facebook group with my subscribers. There were 36 people. That's it. Okay? There's nothing secret. The reason that I set up the super fans is because I am very aware that, okay, although you're putting information out on YouTube about yourself, some things you may not want to share with everybody. Some things are a bit more personal. There's nothing secret about it, but you know what I don't want to do? I haven't got a fake persona, but I don't think it's appropriate to have these rants just randomly for no reason other than to, I don't even know why. I'm not sure what you wanted to achieve from this video at all. I just don't think it's good business sense, that's all. So I've created super fans so that I can get a little bit more personal with people and tell them stuff. And even they don't know what I went through at Christmas last year. So you're making such a big thing out of this and there's nothing to it.
Why has it got to be hidden? Why can't you say it out? Because you're quick to do the little innuendos.
Right, can someone please look up the meaning of innuendo? Because I hear that word and the first thing I think about is sexual stuff. It's digs, the little pokes, which you openly do, but you know.
You went overnight to, oh my God, Penny's stuff is fabulous. She's so creative. She's this, she's that. So why would you make stuff that's not as good then?
Because I don't want to showcase your stuff anymore, because I need to make more to do my ABs and my fairy dust drills and everything. So I'm gonna do it that way. That's why when I make them, I don't put the labels on the sheets already, because I can then take the labels off and replace it. So it's as simple as that. I will be absolutely honest. I do not want to use your products anymore because your morals and the way that you do things does not align with what I would feel will further me. There's also the fact that I'm a YouTuber. I need content and I can't always get to do whips or videos or whatever. So by setting up a new storage amount, it means that I can do it my way. The template I've created has been created in a way that people can make them how they like. Okay, I'm not sitting there. I haven't done exactly the same cards. I haven't done them cut the same way or anything like that. They can make it the way that they want. So it's nothing to do with the quality of your cards. Okay, your cards are great. The idea, fantastic. And I told you that when we first met. You forget, I was the person who said to you, you need to do something with this because they're good. And I stand by that. They are good. I'm just offering something else for those that can't afford to pay what you've got. And as somebody who is, as you say, existing on not a lot, you should know that. You should know that it's incredibly hard to save up £100 for a whole set, but you can spend maybe £5-6 a week for 8 weeks to get the stuff together. So that's why.
Why would you do that? Why do you need to do exactly the same storage as mine? Bring your own, design your own. Design your own shit, just like I did. We had so many conversations where we said we would never show, just like you wouldn't do a video.
Please have a look on Etsy and see how many people do tabbed index cards. Like you're quite quick to point out to me, you didn't invent storage cards. You didn't invent index cards, okay? You just made them better, but you didn't invent them.
Showing how you make your soft grip pens, because then people won't buy from you. We had that conversation many, many times. And you've gone on
after you tried to make a soft grip pen and it didn't work. Just saying.
There today, and you've done exactly what you always said you wouldn't do with your own stuff. But it's all right to do it with my stuff, and then reel off a list of things that you want to make in the future that are what I do.
Because we've reached this point. We've reached this point where I have no reason to be loyal to you. I have no reason to not make my business grow by doing stuff now. Any more than you can't. Feel free. Go get a 3D printer, make a tray. Go ahead. Make the pens. Go ahead. It's business. It's pure and simple.
Like I said, my knickers are blue. Would you like to put some blue knickers on today?
Don't wear blue knickers.
Because you're sitting in my spot in TikTok.
I'm really not.
You're fucking copying all my stuff out of my shop.
Really not.
What are you trying? Are you trying purposely to ruin me?
What is this video?
If that's the case,
what are you doing now?
On, do a video and tell me what the fuck I've done to you to warrant that. Because right now, you look like a sad little individual that is jealous.
As I said on my post, you will never be criticised by someone doing better than you.
What is it? Is it because I get more views? Is I get more comments?
Don't care about the views. Don't care about the comments.
What is it, Sam?
Don't care about the likes.
What is your issue? I don't even do videos that often. Because guess what? I've got other things to deal with. I'm trying to stay alive. I'm trying to be there for my kid. I'm trying to be able to maintain some kind of life. I'm literally at the end of the rope.
And at that point, I'm going to go and make a coffee and have a wee because I didn't realise this was going to take so long. You guys are going to love a long video.
My body's not mine.
Okay.
My body's not mine. My emotional, mental health is fucked. And you, all on your own, are digging that hole bigger for me.
I'm not, Penny.
All you. You don't like me. Fine.
I do, that's the thing.
I don't particularly fucking like you.
And that's fine too.
Not the real you anyway. I like the pretend you.
There's no
The
pretend
pretend
me.
you was amazing. But the real you is a fake ass bitch that is out to get whatever she can get out of life.
Not true.
Because I tell you something, all your subscribers, you've pretty much shown them this last month, you're in it for the money.
I've always said that
You're selling fucking graph paper more expensive than buying it off Amazon, and all you print it off for free. You ain't
Right. Do you know what? I'll wait a minute.
invented graph paper, love.
I had to wait till we sorted that bit. Okay. The graph paper that I do was created by me. I used an app, which you're very aware of, because we did this together. We went through this together when we were trying to do it before I found what I did. So I found an app and I put all the details in there. I made it to fit an A4 sheet and I gauged how big I wanted the lines at the 10 millimeter mark and the 1 millimeter. I designed that particular graph paper myself. Yes, it is more expensive than buying a pad of the paper like you buy, but people don't then have to draw in the line to make it darker for the 10 squares and everything. It costs me to print that, okay? It costs me money, it costs me paper, it costs me ink, it costs me electricity. This is a business, this is what we do. So absolutely, she is right, you can buy graph paper, but as she also knows, a lot of that graph paper isn't set to size properly. So what happens is you start off and you end up being out because it's not exactly. I have worked on this one, so that isn't true.
You didn't invent it. It's been around for a little bit longer than you.
But I made my own.
So you ain't looking at, and then you're doing a video saying, oh, this is a cheaper way to do it. Well, how about you put the link in so people can print off their own graph paper to do conversions? How about you put the link in and then you're helping them do it cheaper?
Well, you make no sense because I'm a business and I've always been honest. Not even the first year that I was doing this, but certainly from the second year, that one day I would hope that I could do this full time. I've never said anything different to that. And if that's the case, then you're a bad person too. Why haven't you done a template for the index cards? Works both ways.
See what I mean, hypocrite? Two different versions.
I'm not.
Which one is it, Sam? Is it I need to make money and it's all about the money? Or is it I want to help people out there to do a cheaper way of doing things?
Both.
Which one is it?
Both.
You fuck yourself up, mate.
No, I don't.
Now, today, I've been to the hospital. I've come back. I feel like shit. There isn't a part of me that doesn't hurt right now. And your video's come up and I've watched it.
Please excuse me, my
and
biscuit.
like I said, there's bits that make me laugh because you literally... What do you want to do? Do you want me to send you over all the files?
No, thank you.
I'll send you all over the files and you can just print off the labels and they'll be correct. Bag labels, whatever.
Okay.
I can send you the files from my tracker book.
My tracker book?
What are you going to do? Release papers next?
No.
How about that? Do release
Don't use your release papers. Why would I print them?
papers. See, the thing is, when I saw your video yesterday, I knew that you wouldn't actually make the index cards because that's a little bit too much hard work for you, isn't it, love?
Nothing to do with hard work. Number one, I don't have the time because I work, because I have jobs. And two, because it was never my intention to do that. Why would I?
And I actually said to my son last night, to my Brad, I said, if she's going to do anything, she's going to do a template to make them.
Exactly.
So, you haven't even changed anything. You've changed the label. You are, what, laminating a piece of paper instead of a piece of card. Is that because it's cheaper?
Yes, exactly that.
My stuff's good quality.
It is.
My stuff is all over the world.
Yep, mine too.
And I do have 5-star.
I don't think you do.
I don't have complaints.
I think you have
I have
4.98.
5-star reviews on my Etsy. So you do your template for them,
I will.
and then you do your labels,
Yep.
and then you do the tracker book,
Which was my idea.
and anything else that you want to copy,
Not copying from you.
because you've not put the hard work into it.
Okay. I think I used exactly the same file that you did to create those labels. I got my file originally from the Diamond Art Club group, VIP group. It's a file, and it's a file of all of the Diamond Art Club drills, etc. in a Excel spreadsheet. So I took the time to create more copies of that sheet. I then weeded out the bits of information I needed for my labels. I've weeded out the information I need for my other labels. And I've also kept the information to make a spare drill booklet if I wanted to. Okay, so let's get that fact right. However, I've spent 3 weeks, because I know nothing about making labels. All I know is that you use a particular type of label and you cut it in half for the index cards. I'm not doing that. I'm doing mine on a full sheet of labels. I have sat there with Excel and Word, and I have diligently created those bloody labels one by one. So that is a lie, and I am refuting that immensely.
You've not created them.
Yes, I did.
You've not created jack shit.
Yes, I did.
You've copied them.
No, I have.
And
well,
when you hear that ka-ching on your Etsy shop, know that that's a ka-ching that helps me and my family survive.
rubbish.
And I'm not talking about the cancer, I'm talking about eating, keeping a roof over our head. Because just because I've got cancer don't make my bills go away. Just because I've got cancer doesn't make that we don't have to eat. Just because I've got cancer doesn't mean I don't have to put petrol in the car to get to and from the hospital every day.
And just because you have cancer, it doesn't give you the right to be mean and derogatory and nasty either.
Now, you could have waited a while, like I said earlier, and waited till I was dead.
Again, awful thing to say.
But you've decided to do it whilst you know what I'm going through. And that's the compassionate side of Sam from Kitten Up Kitten. Now, I'm going to go now because I don't think you deserve any more of my time. Now, I know you'll be watching this. I might even tag you in it, cause just for jokes, you know. Because...
Do you know what? You can look at... I know that you'll be sitting there and you'll be going, I've had 300 and something views. I can tell you that probably 50 of those views are me, because I've been re-watching the video, A, to make sure I've got all the information that I need to come back with, and B, because I needed the information to report the video for the privacy issue. So actually, don't get your knickers in a twist. You haven't got that much.
I watched it and I set up to do this video, and I thought I'd put this. I haven't done anything more than I've done in the last video, guys. So no, I don't even know if anybody's still watching. Most probably bored of listening to my voice.
I mean, I'm still watching. I am bored, but...
Forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, and I said to Annalie. Now, Annalie saw the video. The video came up whilst I was at the hospital. So Annalie had already seen it. There's a drill sticking up there. So I said, oh, the video's gone up, because you did kind of pre-warn us yesterday, didn't you, and yesterday's. And by the way, good luck to all the winners.
Don't
you did
say
amazing.
well done to my winners.
That is from my heart. Because, like I said, the DIY DP did mean a lot to me.
Could have been yours.
I said to Annalie, set up the camera, and she was like, Mum, maybe wait till you're not so angry. And I explained to Annalie, it's a mix, you know. I'm not angry that I want to go and beat people up. I'm angry as in angry that people can treat people the way they do.
Yeah, agreed.
I'm angry at myself for ever believing that she was a half-decent woman.
Agreed.
And that she was my friend.
Same.
And even more angry that I fell for it a second time.
Same.
And that's at myself. I'm disappointed. Like I said, I haven't come on and in any of my videos said anything. I've kept it off.
No, you haven't. You haven't, though. Because what you did do was you took it onto TikTok and everything as well. So, again, you're telling the truth, but you're not telling the whole truth.
People commenting and asking questions in my group, I delete it. I don't even give it a second thought. I don't entertain it. I don't answer it. I don't nothing. When I get messages saying, have you and Sam fallen out? I ignore it.
Why? Just
even
tell them.
To the stage of when I first started talking to the other two people on TikTok, and they said, have you and Sam fallen out? I said, no, why are you saying that?
Okay, number one, I don't know for definite because I haven't asked them, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure that you would have had a conversation with them about what you said had happened, because they already had a belief that I had done certain things. So I don't think that's 100% true, but I haven't got the proof, and I'm not the sort of person to bring other people into stuff. This isn't about them. This is about me and you.
Because it didn't need to be this.
It didn't, no.
It did not need to go down this road. But what you've done now is you've taken it down the road, roundabout, up to the motorway and fucking speeded down that enough to get a ticket. So crack on, Sam.
So why haven't you contacted all the other Etsy sellers that also do tabbed cards? Why just me? And I can tell you the answer. Because you think that by threatening me, because that's what you're doing, that I will bow to your will. Those days are gone. Okay, it's not going to happen. So the index sheet will go up. They're not your index cards. You didn't invent index cards. They are multi-styled because people can make them however they like. So don't threaten me. It's fine.
I hope you have a very good life.
I wish you the same.
I hope everything that you do doesn't come and bite you on your ass, because one thing I do believe is in karma.
Same.
And I'll be watching.
Good.
I'll be watching. But like I said, every time you hear that ka-ching, you think of where you've taken money from,
I haven't taken money from anyone, because those people that will buy that template could never have afforded what you offer anyway. I'm offering a service that you don't do.
And even if that's just one sale, just one order. And all you subs, do you not think it's funny that 1 minute I'm my bestie?
What I don't understand is why you would question subscribers' motives for following somebody. It's just desperate. Don't do that. A subscriber is the same as I do. If I see something and I've only got one side of the story, I will make a judgment, because that's what we do as humans. So I don't understand why you feel need to do that. It's just vindictive.
1 minute my products are the dog's bollocks.
They are the dog's
1 minute
bollocks.
my creativity is off the scales.
Absolutely. And I haven't said otherwise.
My stuff is shit.
I've never said your
Although
stuff is
she
shit.
didn't say my stuff is shit.
There you go.
She didn't slate it off. Although she doesn't give credit where credit's concerned.
Okay.
The conversion on paper is my thing.
Right, number one, you weren't the first person to ever do conversion on paper. You found that from somebody else. Secondly, I gave credit for that in every single video I did about the conversion paper until I reached the point where I blocked you. At which point, I don't owe you anything, okay? Don't owe you anything. I've given you enough. I gave you the platform in the first place. I gave you the subscribers in the first place. And I'm not going to take those back. I'm not going to sit here and say, this is, you know, the subscribers mean, the numbers mean nothing. What matters to me is that if you're going to give out the truth, then give out the whole truth, not just half of it.
I was the one to do that first. Now, even if you don't like me, you give credit where credit's
I'm not giving credit to somebody that screwed me over. It's not happening.
Same like when I use a dryer sheet, every time I use a dryer sheet.
Just like every time you show your index cards, you go, oh, I saw this being done by Admorzest. Do you do that? No, you don't.
I will thank Diamonds and Washi for showing me. Because that's where I got it from. Now, I gave Sam that idea. She doesn't want to mention my name, so she said she saw Diamonds and Washi do it.
I have no problem mentioning your name.
You never laugh. You saw me do it. Because then 5 minutes later in the video, you actually say, well, it actually wasn't Diamond and Washi, it was somebody else. But it actually must hurt you physically to say my name. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. It doesn't physically hurt, but I'm also aware of the privacy laws from YouTube, which could result in my videos being taken down or even me losing my channel if I consistently mention somebody's name. So yes, you can say a first name, but you've got to be really careful. If you're saying derogatory things about people, things that aren't true, and you put their name out, then there's an issue, and you know this because this is what's going on at the minute.
My name's Penny and it's Calb Sparkles. And I'm trying to continue.
I didn't say it.
With as much life as I can possibly get. And that may mean doing videos. This may mean me doing this video may ruin my YouTube career.
I think it probably could.
I don't care.
I do care.
I've got bigger fish to fry. I hope it doesn't. I was actually supposed to be doing a video. That's why I've got this painting up.
Which is what you should have done. Just continue with your YouTube.
Treatment today, my arm really hurt me badly, so I didn't want to push it. Now, you choose how this goes, Sam.
This is how it goes.
Like I said, do what you want.
Don't threaten me.
Copy everything. Because you know what, even last week, I'm going to do sewing now.
Right, can I just say, this is typical of what she does, okay? She sees one little thing and she makes a whole story out of it. I'm making Christmas decorations for my daughter. So I asked a friend for some material so I can make little cushions. I've got 6. I don't do sewing. I can't sew. My hands don't let me. So I have no intentions of doing sewing. I just thought it was funny.
Fuck me. If I said I'm going to get into acrobats, are you going to join the club?
You wouldn't go into acrobats because you'd lose your benefits.
Are you? Because I'll find some for you. So you carry on. I hope you get everything you deserve. Good and bad.
Why would you wish bad on someone?
And I mean that because...
If you believe in karma, you would not turn around and wish bad on someone because you know whatever you put out there is going to come back.
You know what? There's no me giving a shit anymore. There's no me worrying about how things will affect you because you know what? What you've done since January, what are we in now? Oh, it's the 1st of December. So 11 months. What you've done and what you've been doing
It's in your head.
Doesn't deserve anything good.
It's in your head.
And it certainly doesn't deserve my energy. And with that, I'm going to go off now because
Well, you
I actually
don't.
need to go to my bed.
Because you keep going for another
I need
8
to take some
minutes.
medication, and I need to look out for me.
You've always
But
looked
you
out for
crack
you.
on,
That's the whole
because
point.
my conscience is clear.
Is it?
You are a typical textbook narcissist. And that's not out of my mouth. That is out of my therapist's mouth.
So I'm interested, what qualifications has your therapist got? Because I'm pretty sure you need to be a qualified psychiatrist to allocate that someone is a narcissist. Secondly, oh look, I'm doing it again. I'm bullet pointing. Secondly, one of the first things about a narcissist is that they think everybody else is a narcissist. Just saying.
You show typical textbook narcissist behaviour.
No, I fall into, in your head, a list of probably 7 or 8 things that you've seen on a meme on Google, and it's like, oh yeah, that's Sam. It's not as easy as that.
You gaslit me.
Did not.
For so long. You will never, ever, ever do it to me again.
No, I'll have nothing to do with you again.
Because you can ruin my shop.
Not trying to do
ruin
that.
my YouTube channel.
Not trying to do that
you
either.
Can ruin my friendships.
Not done that
because
either.
That is a friendship that you've cost me.
You cost yourself that friendship. Not me. It was nothing to do with me. I had no... And you can ask, okay? If you would like to ask those people if I have ever told them anything you told me, or if I've ever slated you, they will tell you the truth, because I haven't.
With that other person that is... We will never, ever be friends again.
No, you won't.
But I will always be eternally grateful to her for her to getting me through some of the shit that I went through. Because she was an angel to me. I'm not going to name her. No doubt she's watching this as well.
Oh, she has.
Know that I'm talking about her. And if you are, I'll always hold love for you. Because if you helped me through such a difficult time, I will always, always be grateful for that. So I thank you. We'll never ever be friends again. But I will always be grateful for that. The other one, like I said, is harmless. And I do apologise if you will get hurt in...
The fact that you apologise now, but have again done an underhanded attack against that person in at least 2 videos in the last month goes to show there's a common theme here. The common theme is you. It's not everybody else. It's you.
The things that I've said in this video. But maybe you need to know.
Sure,
maybe
he does.
You need to know the truth that...
Sure, he does.
What's the saying? Wolf in sheep's clothing. Maybe you need to know that.
I'm definitely a sheep in sheep's clothing.
Hating to putting the thumbs down to leaving comments.
Oh, I don't just leave comments for her. I boost her posts as well, just so you know.
And you know who you are. But I'm going to go. I don't know when I'll be back. I might be back tomorrow. Who knows?
I hope you are.
Who knows? Because what this has taught me is you live life day by day. Don't take anything for granted. And people out there, if you smell a rat, chase it away. I should have listened to Lisa. Lisa told me a long time.
Right, number 1, bringing somebody into your argument that is no longer with us as a low blow to try and make me feel bad is awful. The fact you would do that. But what you seem to forget is that I spoke to Lisa too. But I just think it's awful that you would do that, knowing she's not here to give her view. She's not here. Putting words into somebody's mouth after they've passed is an awful thing to do.
Ago to watch my back, and I didn't. I defended her.
Awful.
I said, nah, she's not like that. You need to get to know her, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I should have listened.
Yeah.
Because that was a true pure soul. That was a pure soul in our Lisa. May God rest her soul. So, guys, I apologise if anybody has been triggered. I apologise if I've upset anybody but her, because I don't give a fuck about her. I hope I've upset her, because she's upset me many a time. And yeah, it is for tit for tat. Sue me. I hope people understand why I felt the need to do this video. It could have gone a lot worse. It could have been a lot more shouting and screaming and effing and blinding.
I mean, it wouldn't make it any worse, would it?
And that's the difference between me and her. I'm real. There's no fakeness.
No, you're not.
There's not me sitting here doing a video when I don't want to do one. There's not me pretending to be happy. It's not me pretending to put an act on. This isn't for drama. This isn't for subscribers.
I've never done a video for drama in my life.
Then
I run from drama.
Exactly what she's doing, and I want everybody else to hear my truth.
Okay.
You want to come back? I'll keep it going, love. I'll keep it going till the last day I'm on this earth.
It's so upsetting. So upsetting that this is where you are.
So that choice is yours. But crack on, because I'm ready for it. I'm ready to take on whatever you want to give me. But for now, guys, I do want to say, I'm sorry I haven't done video. I am trying. I just need to get through this. Right,
so I'm stopping it there. This is the longest ass video I've ever done. Just saying. I am not going to sit here and say anything other than this. I am incredibly sad that this has come to this. I am incredibly hurt because nobody would deserve to have this sort of thing done. This is not the sort of video that I enjoy doing or would even want to do, but I kind of feel like I at least have the right to answer the accusations because they're awful. So there you go. At least now, whether you are watching and you're a subscriber or not, you know more. And that's better than only knowing half. I will say, yes, I have lost subscribers because of this, and I do not blame them. You know, it's very easy to judge when you only know half a story, but so has she. And I know it's because there was no need for that video to have happened. There was no need for any of that. YouTube is plenty big enough for both of us. And I'm also saying this in light of the fact she has since then put another video up, still picking. I'm not going to do that. I had a wonderful friendship. I wish her all the well, all the well in the world. You know, I hope that you get from life everything that you put into it, and you deserve that. And I'm incredibly sad that we have a friendship that is no longer working. But I had a right to answer the accusations levied against me, and that's it. I am now done. There will be no comeback from me. She has said in the next video that she has been reported. Number one, it wasn't just me. There were other people that reported as well. The only one that I did do was the legal requirement one about the name, because I didn't feel that you needed to do that. Most people, like you say, are subscribers of ours, so they would have known who you were talking about without you having to give out my channel name. But there it is, and it's looking like it possibly won't get taken down, and that's fine. So hence this video, because if that one's going to stay, then this one can stay, right? Because I haven't mentioned your name. So there we have it. Normal service will resume next week. Now, I'm not going to be doing any more videos over this weekend. I just feel that I want to give it a break. There will be a video going up on Monday, as far as I'm aware, but that will be it. I'm going to have a little break for a week because this has been a lot. I literally put out there, I do not and never have wished anyone any harm. I am purely and simply someone who is trying to build a channel and a little business so that one day I can work from my little cabin by myself. There is no false persona. This is it. But it, you know, it's your choice, and I don't blame anybody else, okay? This is a typical situation where somebody has lost stuff because of their actions and they don't want to admit that, and I get that. So yes, that being said, I'm all done. I will see you in a few days. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.